Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeshatanaya Stadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Vakalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumartho Mahan Śrī Caitanya-Mahāprabhur-matamidam Tatradharana para Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for your auspicious association on this 31st December 2025 to read here Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the nectar for the soul, which is the real elixir for the mankind. Whether it's the first day of the month or the last day of the month or the last day of the year, sorry, which is today. Many people do many things, and most of them are in the mode of tamoguna, like going to bar, clubs, disco, party, this, that, and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. But devotees are very intelligent and they know what is the real use of their time is to somehow remember Kṛṣṇa. So we are very fortunate to remember Kṛṣṇa by reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and especially the 10th canto, which is filled with nectarian stories. So today we will read Canto 10. We have read chapter 38. We discussed that in great detail yesterday. But somehow, what happened when we were reading chapter 36, it is because of my ignorance and shortcoming. We read the story of Arishtasur till text 16, the Arishtasur, the bull demon. But I don't know what happened to me and at that time, and somehow we didn't read the remainder of the chapter. It was my mistake only. But our devotees who help in facilitating this, they, Makrasi Mataji, Shobha Mataji, so she reminded me that somehow the recordings are missing for this section. So I referred, and yes, that was the fact that somehow we are missing the text 17 to 40 from chapter 36. So we will read that section. So we're going a little bit back. This is the section where Kamsa tells Akrura to go, and Akrura has already arrived in our readings, but it's okay. Bhagavatam, as Prabhupada explains, it's like a sugar candy doll. The doll, whether the doll's feet or the sugar doll hand or the sugar doll mouth or belly or leg, everything is transcendently sweet. So, and our job is somehow to remind ourselves of Krishna and his pastime. So, but I wanted to give you the context, like you may wonder why we are reading chapter 36 after completing chapter 38. So, because of my foolish ignorance, I missed this. So, please excuse my shortcomings and thank you for being tolerant. That's a short reason. So, text number 16, words we'll read. And just to give a little bit background, as I said, the first 16 verses talk about Kṛṣṇa liberating Arishtasur, the bull demon. And as you all know, the story of Radha Kund Shyam Kund creation is connected to this. After Arishtasur had been killed by Kṛṣṇa, who acts wonderfully, Narad Muni went to speak to King Kamsa. Let me just double check with if we have read this or we need to cover this. We only did till verse 16. We did verse 16. So we have covered this whole purport as per democracy, Mataji. So this is a longer purport. Narad Muni went to, because Krishna's killing of Kamsa was getting delayed. And Narad Muni went to Kamsa, hey, what are you doing? Now it's getting too much. Yesterday, Mataji was asking this question, why Kamsa didn't come to Vrindavan? So multiple reasons. I was thinking and talking to my wife also. We were exploring. So one reason is we discussed yesterday that evil people get the work done from others so that their good name remains. Other reason, no, Krishna, for a small boy, I have to go all the way. It's an insult on my greatness. Hmm. And one other reason, this is a divine pastime also. How would all these demons get liberated? How would we get to hear about the Krishna's divine pastimes with Putana, etc.? Krishna's compassion, Krishna's wonderful pastime, Rishtas or Krishna's love for his devotees. How would these demons, yes, they cause havoc in Vrindavan, but in other way, they also intensified the love of Rajavasis towards Krishna. Like Kaliya, Mother Yashoda was fainting. Oh my God, my son trapped in the coils of Kaliya. Hmm. So, we have read text 16. Narad Muni, being a great sage, understood that killing of Arishta more or less concluded the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. So, Vrindavan chapter is wrapping up. Therefore, Narad, anxious to facilitate the transfer of Krishna's pastimes from Mathura, he approached Kamsa. And you remember, he also approached Kamsa when Kamsa kind of excused the killing of the first child, right? When Devaki and Vasudeva, when the first child was born, right? When they Vasudeva brought the first child, as per his words, oh, Kamsa was heart touched, and he said, "Okay, the first child is not a problem. The seventh child or the eighth child will be bring him to me." And then Narad Muni also approached. Sometimes people misunderstand Narad Muni. Why is he going in the enemy camp and trying to? No, that's not Narad Muni. Narad Muni is a great devotee. Uh, He's just helping facilitate the pastimes. Okay, from here, our reading will begin. Yashodaya Sutam Kanyam Devakya Krishnameva cha Ramam Charohini Putram Vasudevena Bibhyata Nyastau Swamitrinande Vai Yabhyam Te Purusha Hataha. So beautiful. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Narada told Kamsa, Yashoda's child was actually a daughter, and Krishna is the son of Devaki. Also, Rama is the son of Rohini. Out of fear, Vasudeva entrusted Krishna and Balaram to his friend Nanda Maharaj. And it is these two boys who have killed your men. Nandmuni is leaking all these secrets, right? Because Kamsa is at this point only getting news from his people. Kamsa had been led to believe that Krishna was the son of Yashoda, and Devaki's eighth child had been a daughter. Because you remember the Yogamaya, when the guards and Kamsa woke up, they saw the daughter. So Kamsa was made to believe that Krishna was the son of Yashoda, not Devaki, and Devaki's eighth child was daughter. The identity of Devaki's eighth child was extremely important to Kamsa because a prophecy had foretold that her eighth child would kill him. When was that prophecy made? Anyone recalls? When was that prophecy made? This prophecy.
Devaki's marriage.
Yes, Devaki's marriage. Kamsa was driving his sister and um, Devaki and Vasudev to Vasudev's house, and that time the Akashvani, this divine prophecy happened. Here, Narada informs the king that the eighth child of Devaki was the formidable Krishna, and thus implying that the prophecy should be taken very seriously. Having received this information, Kamsa obviously will now do everything in his power to kill Krishna and Balaram. Haribol. So Narad Muni basically kind of Kamsa, he clarified or intensified that this person, this child who has been killing you, is none other than the child of Devaki. And this is the person the Akashvani had told that he is going to be your Kal, your killer. So now better you take it seriously and do whatever you can to kill. Therefore, people misunderstand Narad Muni. So Narad Muni goes and speaks all this to our Kamsa Maharaj. Let's see, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says a few points here. If one asks that Narad Muni said to Kamsa, the answer is given in the present verse. The girl who was the eighth child born to Devaki is actually the daughter of Yashoda. The son of Rohini, Rama, is the seventh child of Devaki. And in some other tikas, it is also mentioned. I was hearing from Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta day before or yesterday, I believe. There was some pastimes. He was mentioning that Rohini is the eternal mother of Ram or Balaram. So the child in the Rohini's womb and the child in the Devaki's womb. So Devaki's womb child was the expansion of Nantashesha. And then they combined and they combine. He was giving the example of how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's elder brother Vishwarupa, who later became Shankarananda Swami in South India, and when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to South India Yatra, at Pandharpur he got to know that his elder brother Vishwarupa, aka Shankarananda Swami, afterwards he took sannyas, had left his body at that time in Pandharpur. And how he left his body when Nityaṁ Prabhu had come to Pandharpur, South India, he embraced Nityaṁ Prabhu and merged in his body. So they both are Balram, Shesha and Ananta Balram. So here the same example, a child in the Devaki's womb and the child in Rohini's womb was already there, and they combined and Balramji appeared. So Rohini is the eternal mother here.
Who can you explain it again? That how the analogy you gave that the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's elder brother, he was in South India, right?
Yeah, he had left home way earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the anxiety of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi, my elder brother, elder child has already left. If you also take sannyas, what will we do? Right? Both the kids gone, both the sons gone, we'll be left and all that. So she was having dreams. So this was the anxiety. And then Mahaprabhu or our Nimai said, don't worry, I'll go and find him. Right? He goes, I'm going to search for elder brother. So he came, Mahaprabhu came to Pandharpur in the South India Yatra. He came to Pandharpur. It's in the Chaitanya Leela also, Chaitanya Caritāmṛta, which we were reading day before with Adhikar Prabhu in the morning program. Some of you ask to join morning program. If you want to join, if you wish to join, I would suggest to join that. It happens every day from 5. Very nicely.
Yeah, I had attended Prabhu, but I already have program in the morning. It goes like
Yeah,
9 o'clock. So
yeah. So again, back to your question. So at Pandharpur, he got to know that Shankarananda Swami, which was Vishwarup's, uh, hmm, Vishwarup was the elder brother, right? You know that, right?
yeah, yeah,
Elder
yes.
brother of
Mahaprabhu.
Vishwamana
Mm.
or Maya. Hmm. He became sannyasi, Shankarananda Swami, and he left his body. Hmm. How he left his body? By embracing Balaramji. And it is said he, by embracing Balaram, Balaram means Nityananda Prabhu, who was an Avaduta and who was already traveling. He was much elder in those calculations. He was much elder to significantly elder to Nimai. Uh, and he had already traveled with other sannyasis. And so he was, you can say, similar age to Vishwarup uh, age. So he left his body. So basically the Balrams, they were also expansion of Balram, the Ananta Shesha. So Ananta Shesha merged with Nityananda, who's Adi Balram. So here the child in Vasudev's, the seventh child, which is considered as the transfer from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. Actually, Rohini was also expecting, Devaki was also expecting, they two childs become one. Same is said for Krishna also. So Krishna, Yashoda Maya gave birth to twins, daughter and son, right? This is advanced topic, daughter and son.
That end.
Then Nanda, sorry, Vasudev brought the daughter and the two sons, Vasudev's sons, Krishna, and Devaki's sons, Krishna, and Yashoda's sons, Krishna, the two Krishna combined. And so the two Balrams also combined and the two Krishna combined. Does that help? Does that clarify your?
Yes, so that I knew that story that you're telling, but I was like little confused on that part that you're saying. Like, so Nityanand Prabhu was already there when Vishwarup. You're saying, I'm so sorry, I'm disgracing this, but and I'm just trying to understand the Vishwarup, who is the elder brother of Mahaprabhu, and he was initiated and become a sannyasi. Is like that Swami that you are.
Shankarananda, yes.
Yeah. So how he you said that he left body by embracing Nityanand Prabhu, right? So
Hmm.
So I understood that Nityanand Prabhu was somewhere with him.
These are Avadutas, they are traveling. Like Nityananda
Oh,
Prabhu
okay,
was
okay.
already traveling much before. Nityananda Prabhu had been traveling since he was like a small child. When a
Right.
sannyasi came, hey, give me your boy. So he had much more experience. And that's what he says when Mahaprabhu says, I want to go to South India. And Nityan says, oh, I'll take you. I have a lot of experience.
Okay, okay. Now I
Right?
get it. Yeah,
Right? And,
okay.
and he says, oh, I don't want to go with you. You'll break my danda. You will do nonsense things, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's when Nityan Prabhu had already experienced a lot of yatra before that.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Haribol. Okay, text 18. Let's see what happens further. Narad Muni and Kamsa's quote. Anyone wants to read?
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. निशम्य तद्भोजपतिः कोपात् प्रचेलितेन्द्रियैः तेन्द्रियः निशताम् असिम् आदत्त वसुधेव जिगांसया. Translation and translation by Srila Prabhupada disciple, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Upon hearing this, the master of the Bhojas became furious and lost control of his senses. He picked up a sharp sword to kill Vasudeva. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is the mind of demoniac people. Very, very fickle. And that's what even, the devatas, or they said when Kamsa relieved the first child, it was said that Vasudeva knew that at any moment his mind could change. Just imagine, suddenly he's in the mood of serving his sister by becoming their servant. Like driver is considered being a servant, right? He was very happy taking his daughter, his sister on the day of marriage to her home with her husband and all the other things, paraphernalia. Suddenly Akashvani happened, took her hair, took the sword, about to kill his very own sister. This is demoniac. And we see exactly same happening. The very moment he heard this, lost control of senses. Sharp sword to kill. Now, interestingly, when we talk about speech, we talk about this example, sword, just rearrange it a little bit in words. Move the S from, you see, interesting play of words here. Move the S here, and sword becomes words. This is not just Kamsa. Let's rephrase this. Upon hearing something, I become very furious and lose control of my senses and pick up sharp words to cause damage and kill others. How does that sound? Hmm? It happens all the time, is it not? And it is said, wounds by sword can be healed with time, but wounds by words are much deeper, right? Let's say we got a knife cut while cooking, etc. We all must have received at some point. Even if it's deep, what will the worst case scenario? We may get some stitches, right? We may get some stitches, and what will happen? After a few weeks or a month or two, we will recover, and we'll not even remember. Oh, like how many of us remember, maybe like I have stitches maybe at 5 different places in my body, while playing and this and that. I don't even remember like how I felt, and because it healed, it doesn't bother me now. But sometimes the words, so we should be careful and not have Kamsa like mentality, not lose control of the senses, not use sharp words or anything else also. Sometimes people say, well, oh, it's my nature, I get angry. It's not the nature of a pure soul, it's our conditioned nature. So if I say, oh, it's my nature to get angry, it's my nature, I'll shout at you, that's not acceptable. We should work. That's why we are in the path of bhakti. Path of bhakti means path of reformation, path of training, path of self-improvement, path to become pure. We can't say, oh, I'm messed up. Okay, we may be messed up. Every saint had a past. Every sinner has a future. Yes, at least we can't do good, don't do bad. My wife sent me a quote the other day. Those who, I'll open that and read it for you all, or us all. Any other thoughts on this, or reflections on this text anyone has?
I was thinking similar to your thoughts, bro. That the demons are like, that's the difference, that the demons are so much engrossed in their own sense gratification. So if something obstacle comes in their own sense gratification, then they lose everything. Like Devaki, she was a brother of Kansa, and he was very affectionate towards her. And as soon as he heard that she will become a cause of his death, and all the relationships and the affections all go away. So that is one, the nature of the demoniac mentality, that they are just engrossed in their own senses, how to satisfy their own senses. And similarly, like us is a lesson as a devotee, that we need to, if we are living in such mentality just to satisfy our own senses, it's like a demonic mentality. And but if we are living our life to satisfy Krishna's senses, then it's become a devotee, because then we can be compassionate towards others. The demons are so much selfish that they are killing even Hiranyakashipu, right? He has so much. He wanted to be a god, but just a 1 5-year-old child become an obstacle for him, and he was not even thinking that, oh, he's my child. He's just ready to kill, and Prahlad, like many times he tried. So yeah, that's the thing. And you remind me that incident where this uh, prophecy happened, that when he heard this announcement, that so that is the nature of this world, right? He was enjoying, he was happy, Devaki was happy, she got married, and the Kansa was going to drop her. And in the meantime, there's something come up, an announcement, and everything had changed. So in this material world, yeah, padam padam yad vipatam natesam. So every step, you don't know that when the danger comes, that is the nature of this material world, and things change. So the devotees should, yeah, that's why we say that Krishna says that this place of a misery. So one should be ready for that. And we all are living like a dream, like Mahaprabhu says that, right? It's all our dream. We are illusion, we are in illusion, we are in dream. And in that dream there's some happiness and some distress comes up. But yeah, that's a point, that one should be ready. If you know the exact nature of this world, one with this knowledge, at least one can be, one can be peaceful. Oh, okay, I mean, I cannot say that if you jump into the swimming pool, and we cannot say that, oh, I'm not gonna wet. That's not possible. This is a pool of miseries, so everybody has get wet. So these 2 points, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Very nice, Nataji. Thank you. You want to read the next verse?
Yes, I can.
Yes, please.
Mm. Okay, can you give me? Okay, that's it. निवारितो नारदेन तत्सुतो मृत्युम् आत्मना ज्ञात्वा लोहमयि पाशैर्बन्धस भार्यया. Translation. But Narad restrained Kamsa by reminding him that it was the 2 sons of Vasudev who would cause his death. Kans then had Vasudev and his wife shackled in iron chains. Purport. Kansa realized that there was no use in killing Vasudev, since it was Vasudev's sons Krishna and Balram, who were to kill him. According to the Acharyas, Narad had also advised Kans that if he killed Vasudev, the two young boys might flee, and that it was therefore better not to kill him. Rather, Narad recommended Kams should bring Krishna and Balram to Kamsa's capital city, Mathura. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that Narad did not act inimically toward the great devotees Vasudeva and Devaki when he revealed this information to Kans. In fact, as explained in the 11th canto, Vasudeva was grateful to Narad because he was arranging for Kamsa's death at Krishna's hand, and further arranging for Krishna to come and live in Mathura where his loving father could associate with him. So, yeah, I mean, Narad Muni is a great devotee. He's one of the Mahajan. So, of course, the devotees are always favorable to the Krishna's will, and anything happen is not like that Krishna's, because Narad Muni meet to Krishna also in Vrindavan. He says that, oh, you are so busy in doing pastime in Vrindavan, but you appear to kill, establish dharma also. Um, but now I think you should move to Mathura and kill Kans. So, I mean, of course, the thing is that is all happened by the will of the Lord, of course, and the devotees become an instrument to perform that pastime, and all the devotees help Lord to execute the pastime of the Lord. So here Narad Muni is giving advice, and of course the advice he's giving to Kansa. So instead he thinking that, oh, I have to just kill them, and that is not that is not a ideal act. So he also give that advice that no, you should not kill, because your enemy is Krishna and Balram. They are not your enemies. So it's better that somehow you bring them back here. So yeah, and he says that he was chained, the Kansa chained the Vasudeva and Devaki. So if they were chained and they were in prison house, so Krishna and Balram will come to protect the devotee also. That's a thing, right? Now on and the deeper spiritual level, if you see, then devotees are always protected, and Krishna comes to protect the devotees. Actually, Krishna's come appear in this world is not because to kill the demons. He can do by sitting in Golok Vrindavan. He can do it. It's nothing like, he can send his one of the energy and it's all killed. But the main primary reason why he Krishna appears to give the pleasure to the devotees. And another reason also, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya jatishkritam. So he come to protect the devotees also. And Vasudeva and Devaki is the devotee of Krishna. So so here Narad role is as like a catalyst. In chemistry we read the catalyst to increase the decrease. So he's increasing that intensity that now it's like, one has to come. So yeah, it's not like we cannot say that the pure devotees never acts anything out of malice or any jealousy or something like that. He just in serving Krishna for his higher purpose. So yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Why was Kamsa wanting to kill? Why he took out his sword to kill Vasudeva? But why? Because Vasudeva didn't tell the secret
Yeah.
that he had done, right? He was known for his truthfulness. And he did all this scheme without letting me know that the real Krishna, my Kal, that prophecy had told, as he has transferred it over there. Although the Yogamaya, the eighth child, already told, oh, Kamsa, foolish Kamsa, your Kal has already been born there. But still, he was mad at Devaki initially. Now he's mad at Vasudeva. And the mind is so fickle. After all this had happened, Devaki and Vasudeva, were they living like prisoners while Krishna was growing up? Krishna is about 7 years old now. Were they living like prisoners in the jail of Kamsa for those 7 years? What do you think? Yes? No?
Oh, your question is like Devki and Vasudeva was like a prisoner in the Kamsa's kingdom?
Yes. So initially, he
Mhm.
put Devaki and Vasudeva in the prison, right? That's
Yeah.
where Krishna
Yes.
was born. So after Krishna was born, after that, the eighth child, that girl transfer, all that happened. And now
Mhm.
7 years have passed almost, right? The Govardhan
Right.
Leela happened at 7 years, so a significant time. I think Krishna came around 10 years, 11 years. I have to double check.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's about 10 years have passed. So those 10 years were Vasudeva and and Devaki in the jail of Kamsa?
As much as I knew, Prabhu, they were released from the jail because the eighth child was girl, right?
Hmm.
And
They
she
were
was
released, and here comes a turning point.
right.
Put them back again in the shackles. This is the mentality, right? The morning. So here, Kamsa is saying, Bandi bana do unko. Back again. The same thing happened with Devaki at the time of Devaki news. So that see, the characters have changed. He took out his sword about to kill Devaki. At that time, a pure devotee, Vasudev, intervened and somehow settled the situation. Here, Kamsa is the same, sword is the same. Now he is about to kill Vasudev. But Narada comes and intervenes and say, hey, at that time, Vasudev said kind of same thing, right? Oh dear Kamsa, the greatest of all, right? He used a lot of kind words. This woman is not the cause of your danger. The eighth child is, right? I promise you, I'll give you all the child. Narada said the same thing. Oh, Kamsa, Vasudev is not the cause of your death, right? These two sons of Vasudev, why don't you go and take care of them rather than killing this this innocent Vasudev? And by the way, if you kill him, guess what? They may not even come. But now they have an interest to come to Mathura because their father is here, right? So basically, he hostaged, he kind of kidnapped again the father and mother and put them in hostage so that this is another reason that they would come. If Kamsa killed Vasudev, the two boys might flee. And there was that it was therefore better not to kill. Does it making like a picture, like a movie, right? Indian movies are like this. So you see, we're hearing Krishna Katha is so dramatic too, right? There's so much flavor here. So put them bandi, इनको छुड़ाने के लिए आएंगे, right? That's like Indian movie. Haribol. Any, let's move forward. Pratiyate tu devarsho kamsam bhasya keshinam preshayam nasa hanyetam bhavata ramakeshavau. After Narada left, King Kamsa summoned Keshi and ordered him, go kill Ram and Krishna. Before having Krishna and Balram brought to Mathura, Kamsa tried sending one more demon to Vrindavan. So, last attempt. Let's send one more person, see if he can do something, right? So, Keshi and Vyoma, these two demons were killed the following day. We have read in this 37th chapter. So, Kamsa sends, before Krishna came to Vrindavan, these were the last two demons, Keshi and Vyoma. Okay, next verse. Yes, Mataji, rather behind me.
ततो मुक्तीय चानूरा शलातोषलकादिकान् अमात्यान् हस्तिपांश्चैव समाहूयाः भोजरात्. The king of the Bhojas next called for his ministers, headed by Mushtika, Chanura, Shala, and Toshala, and also for his elephant keepers. The king addressed them as follows.
Haribol. So now, while he's setting up the scene, as per Narada's thought, he's setting up his game plan to call them. So he called these Mushtika, Chanura, Mushtika. These were very, very powerful, people. And his elephant keepers for the Kuvalya Pida and etc. We'll read. So he's setting his game plan, his strategy, right? See, Kamsa is a great strategist, but used it in the wrong purpose. He's doing thorough planning. So we should tax our brain, but to serve Krishna, to expand the Sankirtan movement, to bring more souls closer to Krishna. That strategy, that taxing is transcendental. But here we see the whole idea is to destroy Krishna. Yes, Mataji, next. You want to read, Kriti Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, I can. भो भो निशम्यताम् एतद् वीरचानुरामुष्टिको नन्दव्रजे किलासाते सुताव अनाकदुन्धुभे रामकृष्णो ततो मह्यं मृत्यु किल निदर्शिता भवद् अभयम् इ सम्प्राप्तो हन्यता मल्ललीलया. Translation: My dear heroic Chanura and Mustik, please hear this. Ram and Krishna, the son of Anakdudumbi, Vasudev, are living in Anand's cowherd village. It has been predicted that these two boys will be cause of my death. When they are brought here, kill them on the pretext of engaging them in wrestling match. So yeah, he's planning that how to kill Krishna, Ram and Krishna. So I think I forgot that is why the Vasudeva was called as Anakdundubi. Right? His another name is the sons of, I don't know why is it.
Yeah, it was because at the time of his birth, there was a celestial voice, and it is an instrument also. Dundubi is an instrument. So it is connected to the Vasudev's birth.
Okay. So yeah, either here like Kans is organizing a wrestling match, and his idea was that the Ram and Krishna and Balram will fight with Mustika and Chanura, and they were thinking that they can kill Krishna. I mean, this is like can you see that, like, the mentality that before this match, he sent many demons to Vrindavan, right? And every time Krishna killed all the demons, Krishna and Balram. But still he's repeating, trying that, that now this time this time, he can able to kill Ram and Krishna. And exactly as a conditioned soul, our situation is similar like that. Every time we take birth and death, birth and death, and we come in this world and we're trying to adjust our material situation to find the happiness in this material world. We don't realize that there is no happiness in this world. And instead of just trying hard and get the defeated at the end, either there's so many, either any diseases come or financial things, relationship problems, this and that, so many things, and ultimately death is there. So the conditioned soul is also repeating that they are seeing the same thing. We are defeated by Maya every single time, but still we're trying to come in this world and trying to adjust and make our shell prison house better to live. And that is not possible at all. And that is a demonic mentality. Like that's what is Kansa is showing. Yes, Prabhu.
Very nice correlation here. And that's so true. I was hearing this morning a class of His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu who was mentioning why we don't get spiritual taste, why we are laxing in bhakti, why we give excuses, why do we don't have taste to read Gita, Bhagavatam, etc. He said, giving example, he went to a center and there was a boy, he was very like morose, he was chanting, doing because he was in that flow of other, otherwise he didn't want to be like an outlier, so he was doing, but he was very morose. And then he asked, what happened? He said, no, I'm trying so hard. I'm not getting a job. Very morose. Prabhu came after 2 months. He was so bubbling with joy. Oh, I got a job. So the point Prabhu was making that until we feel that material life will give us happiness, until that means we have a lot of material attachment. Until that point, so we feel that material, as Mataji is mentioning, oh, maybe this city is not giving me happiness. Maybe I'll move to America, get happy there. Maybe this partner is not giving, maybe this car is not giving me happiness. Maybe this shirt is not giving me happiness. Maybe this necklace is not giving me happiness. Maybe this food is not giving me happiness. Maybe this weather is not trying to change, trying to move, trying to change job, trying to change car, trying to change home, trying to change circumstances. परिस्थिति को बदलते बदलते मनोस्थिति को बदलने का no time. We forgot to work inside that the real happiness, as we all know, does not come from material life. No matter how hard we try, how hard, like this Kamsa is trying to kill Krishna. He's hope against hope. And materialists have hope against hope. Chalo, this attempt fail, I'll try next time. I'll try this, I'll try. And then just yesterday only, I was in an office call and very, sad to hear one of our teammates passed away. She was just 56, not too old, American lady, 56. We were working, we were talking in the meetings, and she went for some leave of absence for a week. We didn't know, I mean, what, maybe she had some history or something, a medical issue. But it was very sad news to hear she's gone. And that's life. Whether we like it or don't like it, the end point is going to come. So long story short, we will get taste in bhakti when we feel distasteful in material life. We understand that material life is not going to give me happiness. That does not mean that we give up job or family. That's not the point. But until we keep feeling that, yes, new car will give me great joy, new job, that dream job with extra bonus, that's going to change my life, we'll never be happy. And never be spiritually enthusiastic also. Yes, Matri, sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was not saying. I like the point that you're making, Prue. I was thinking that if I'm not wrong, is one of the verse in Bhagavatam, four Kumaras or who said it that The only thing is that why don't we get the spiritual happiness? Because we think something in this world will give you more happiness than that. And other thing that we always look forward that somebody else can complete me or give me the happiness. Like, like in relationship, my partner give me that happiness. I know in a job, can you say that, but that person is also incomplete. How can one incomplete person can complete you? Basically that we are outward, we are not inward. We find the happiness in the external world. We don't see that the Paramatma residing in our heart, who is the source of happiness. So similarly, an example is an example of a musk deer. I used to give, I was discussing this morning also on our call, that musk deer has a fragrance in his own navel, right? And he is relishing that fragrant, and he chasing that fragrant. That whole forest he was running, that where this fragrance is coming from, but he forget that this fragrance is coming from his own body.
Hmm.
So our happiness is within. In Bhagavad Gita, there's that, happiness is you can find within. When we go inward, then we think like that, oh, this is the happiness, this is the peace. Externally, we try to find out, and we have millions lifetime. We did the same thing, as you said that chewed being, yeah, that other thing, that hope against hope and chewed being chewed. So it's like, we are already went through all this situation, but we're trying to find, oh no, this time maybe I can be happy. So this is not gonna work when we accept this, that this material work is designed like that, and we cannot be happy how much you try hard. And then we try something different, like in our projects also, like we try something, like, we try the same way, but sometimes it doesn't work. Then we think like that, oh, we have to think differently. Like, spirituality is a process. I'm so sorry, Prabhu, I'm just taking like that. And this point is reminds me that we are doing the same thing, like breathing we do every day. But when we breathe differently, it is pranayam, right?
Hmm.
When we walk, but we walk little differently, then it becomes an exercise. When we eat every day, but we eat something differently, then it becomes a diet, right? The words is changing for that, but we are doing the same process. But spirituality is also like, process that we have to change our attitude. We have to change our attitude to vision, to see that, how the this is a process, and you have to follow that process, everything, like, correctly. If you don't follow the process correctly, it may delay. I'm not saying it that it doesn't work, but it may delay, but it work eventually. So yeah, that's a few couple of points I remember that. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Anagdundubi, this word we were sharing, so it means kettle drums. When Anagdundubi or Vasudeva was born, the demigods were playing kettle drums. Oh, glad the father of the Supreme Lord is born. Now Krishna is going to appear and kill the evil Kamsa. So they were out of joy, bang, 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 like drum baja rahe the. So out of joy. And one interesting thing we also see here, Kamsa's hypocrisy. So demons have this hypocrite nature. You see, on the pretext of engaging them, on the pretext of. So tell that, oh, we'll do a Malla Leela. Malla Leela, we'll do, okay, it's a friendly wrestling match. It's a sport. Wrestling is a sport, right? So on the pretext of a sport, you guys, Chanur and Mushtika, oh, real heroes, you kill them. Now, sport is between equals, right? If you see from like a mundane, like imagine world heavyweight champion, 300-pound beast. I don't know the name, so excuse my knowledge in that. But imagine whoever is the world WWE boxing or some like wrestling match champion fighting with a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old boy. Is it a match? Is it a fair match? A 300-pound giant who is like 7 feet tall and he has defeated all the world's greatest wrestlers fighting with a 10-year-old boy who is so gentle, who is Sukumar. What is this? No fair match as per like worldly calculations. But he doesn't know that 10-year boy is not just a boy. He is the source of all sources. He is the strength of all strengths. So this we can also learn that we be straightforward. Devotees are straightforward. They are not ki oh uske pretext pe ye kar do. Oh no, on the disguise do this behind. Inside outside they are same. Kamsa inside outside same nahi. Call them on the pretext of a wrestling match and actually kill them. Inside reason is kill. Outside call for wrestling match. So these are envious people. These are hypocrite people. They may try to cheat Krishna, but Krishna is the best of the cheaters. Mancha kriyantam vividha mallaranga parishritaha paura janapada sarve pashyantu swair samyugam. Erect a wrestling ring with many surrounding viewing stands and bring all the residents of the city and the outlying districts to see this open competition. The word mancha refers to the platforms constructed with large pillars. Kamsa wanted a festive atmosphere so that Krishna and Balram would not be afraid to come. Imagine like a big World Cup, cricket World Cup, rugby World Cup. So that's kind of festival stand. So people can come, the whole city can come. There will be flowers, festoons in Mela. And what will be the main sport? Mallai Leela, the sport of wrestling. An open competition. Let everyone come. Let everyone see. There's a festive atmosphere. The goal is the inside goal is to kill them. But outside, oh, it's just a festival, right? Typical villain mentality, typical evil, crooked mentality. They're inside and outside not the same. So we can learn that we should not be like this in life. Bhagavatam teaches us the do's, Bhagavatam teaches us what not to do also. Vaishnavta means saralta. Saralta, simplicity, humility, straightforwardness. We should not be duplicitous. You can learn this from Kamsa. Any other thoughts here? You read till text 24 today. Any comments, thoughts before we wrap up?
So much for insightful thoughts. I just have one question, Prabhuji. So until now, Kamsa doesn't know that Krishna and Balarama are the cause of, like they are staying in Vrindavan, right? So, but all the demons like Trinavarta, Aghasur, everybody is going directly and killing, right? But is there any background that can you tell me, Prabhu? Because in the stories and all, we say that they are going and attacking directly Krishna, Putana, and all other demons. So until now, Kamsa doesn't know that it's Krishna and Balrama, right?
No, he knows. He knew from the very beginning when that eighth child slipped from his hands. You remember that pastime?
Yes, yes.
That eighth child, that Yogamaya told, "Oh fool Kamsa, the child your Kal is already born in Gokul, is there. You're trying to kill me?" She slipped. So Kamsa knew. Now, hearing from Narad Muni was more reassuring, you can say. And he didn't maybe probably suspect that Vasudev won't tell him the secret. Vasudev had not told him all this, that swapping of the babies and all that, what he did when everyone was asleep. So that's why he's getting mad at Vasudev and about trying to kill him. So he knows. And every demon who is coming also, they will, I'm sure his ministers, his people would give him the feedback, right? What happened to Putana? Died. What happened to Trinavrat? Died. What happened to Bakasur, Agasur? So many. And these are some of the major demons. There were many, many others who are not even mentioned. So Kamsa certainly knew. But this is kind of a more reassurance that yes, they are your, and reassurance plus Narad Muni does not want that Kamsa sends 1,000 more demons and this delay this pastime. So that's the reason. So he's reassuring and also suggesting bring them here. And now, when I was hearing in the class, Kamsa is thinking maybe like they have home ground advantage. They are practicing in their home ground, so now this will be my home ground and maybe I'll win over them. Right? For example, team A and B are playing. So let's say A is the host and the team B comes from a different country to the A's country. So A has home ground advantage, but B is in its foreign land. So A has an upper hand probably. So Kamsa is saying, okay, I'll invite them here and I'll have a home ground advantage. That's the other thought. Does that help, Mata?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Haribol. Okay, so we'll pause here and continue from text 25. I believe tomorrow. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम पुराण की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,